Hey guys, what's going on? Jed here, and in today's video, we have some very important technical analysis to do on Bitcoin because, as you guys have probably seen, over the last couple of days, Bitcoin has broken the stalemate between the war that is ever ongoing between the bulls and the bears, and we have started to rally to the upside. Guys, right now we are trading just below, let me check, that's right, $11,000, a very important level of resistance that I think Bitcoin is going to be deciding to break above or not break above in the next couple of days. The point is, we have a decision point coming up, and what Bitcoin does from here will dictate the next several weeks. So the next couple of days, while we are still in this decision point, are extremely important. So I would encourage you to watch this video all the way to the end because we're going to be covering everything you need to know about the current Bitcoin technical analysis and the technical analysis landscape. Guys, I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of today's video. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It's come to my attention that 35% of y'all are not subscribed, so let's see if we can fix that, guys. We're trying to get to 75K subs by the end of the year. If you would like to help us with that, we'd be most appreciative. One thing I do want to mention is that CT2A is on sale, and today is the last day of this sale. If you guys would like to get into the academy that will teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis and more, I highly encourage you to check us out at the link in the description down below. More on that at the end of the video, but for now, though, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. You know, I was doing office supply shopping, and I went into Office Depot, and this little thing that I'm throwing around right now, it's a little mini stapler. Look at how adorable that is. Look at how cute that is. Anyway, I was never diagnosed with ADHD. Anyway, let's jump onto the chart. This channel is literally just me amusing myself and reading charts. How did I get the best job in the world? Like, seriously, what? Anyway, guys, what we need to discuss in today's video is this red line right here, because as you can see, we rallied up and tested it about 2 to 3 days ago, and we're sitting right below it right now. And if you'll also notice, this was the big level of support that Bitcoin was sitting on before we had this capitulation. What that means is that Bitcoin very dearly needs to get above this level of resistance, and if it does, a rally will start to, at bare minimum, $12,000. We'll talk price targets later, but we're looking at like 13 to 13.5. I'll just go ahead and let you in on that. The reason this is important, guys, is because on the longer-term chart for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is in a very clear uptrend. I mean, come on. For Bitcoin to maintain that uptrend, we do not need to be going back below $10,000. Honestly, ever again. I would like to never see a 4-digit Bitcoin in the future, and honestly, I'm not convinced we will. What Bitcoin needs to do to ensure that happens the way that we want it to is it needs to break this level of resistance, it needs to rally to 12K, and then it needs to break that. That gives us 2 decision points, one there and one there. We are under one of them right now, so which way will we break? I swear, all those years of saying, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle. Nope. All those years being the awkward kid in kindergarten, sitting back there just going, paid off. Well, guys, whether Bitcoin actually pulls back down to 10.5 or rallies up through $11,000 right now is dependent on many factors. We talked about them in yesterday's video, so I don't really want to repeat myself too much. I would encourage you to go back and watch yesterday's video if you haven't already. We will link that in the top right up there. But needless to say, the MACD is bullish, the RSI is trending to the upside, and overall, the general enthusiasm of Bitcoin seems to be returning. But one of the things I didn't mention in the other video is that Bitcoin broke a long-term downtrending level of resistance. I need an acronym for that or something, because good lord, that's a long, long title. Bitcoin broke the LTDTOR on the RSI yesterday, or not yesterday, about 4 days ago. And this is significant because downtrending levels of resistance are important not only on the price action chart, but so too on the RSI. When Bitcoin breaks something like this, it's going to be significant. Case in point, this one right over here that we broke. Oh, guess what happened when we broke that? Bitcoin went into this rally right here. And guys, we also can't forget the longer-term technicals that are still playing into this market, like, you know, the halving event that happened 4 months ago, the stock-to-flow increase, the fact that Kraken is becoming a freaking bank. I mean, come on. The fundamentals look incredible right now. There's no reason to be concerned about them, so why would we? A lot of people are worried about Bitcoin just crash, burn, bang, boom, and just falling through the freaking floor, but I don't see a reason for that to happen right now. Bitcoin, to me, seems neutral or bullish, and that's like the range that we're in right now. The worst we can do is trade sideways is kind of what I'm seeing out of Bitcoin, but time will tell on that. Guys, what we need to see now is we need to see Bitcoin's Google Trends starting to pick up more volume. As you can see, we've been pulling back on Google Trends down to half of the volume that we were at back at the end of July. If we return to the levels that we were seeing, Bitcoin will go into a big rally. It's kind of a chicken and the egg situation because Bitcoin has to go into a big rally to bring back those levels. But something I want you to take notice of is how long are the rallies here compared to the downtrends? Guys, there were only about 4 weeks of rally here over on Google Trends back in April and May, but then a long period of decline. What I think people get wrong is we expect Bitcoin to be 50% bullish and 50% bearish, and half of the time we're bullish, half the time we're bearish. Maybe it's like 55-45 in bear markets or in bull markets, and then when you're trading sideways, it's just 50-50. It's not. No, it's not. Even in a good market for Bitcoin, we find that the rallies maybe take up 25% of the interval. Let me show you what I mean. Let's look at these rallies real quick. Let's look at this rally right here. And by the way, this was a silly rally. This was like a very, very, very long rally. 55 days. The pullback that followed it, 74 days. This rally right here lasted like 11 days. The sideways trading and the little bit of pullback and rally that we've seen has lasted 45 days. And I think this is a very important point that people need to understand is that Bitcoin is not going to just be bullish half the time. In fact, like I said earlier, Bitcoin might only be bullish a quarter of the time. And if it's bullish more than a quarter of the time, you're probably getting overextended and you're probably going to lose your entire bull market. So you shouldn't even ask for that in the first place. Now, all of these rallies fit into a longer-term uptrend, but the point we need to understand is that we need to be a little more patient. Does Bitcoin break $11,000 today? I think it's going to break it in the next few days. That's my prediction. I think it is. Yeah, I do. Because Bitcoin is extremely bullish right now on the fundamentals, and I think the technicals and the chart will back that up as time goes on. But we need to remember to have our patience, guys. I want to keep instilling in you certain fundamental core values and principles that will lead you to victory. And one of the most important one of those is patience. It's a 8-letter word, and it's a very important one. So guys, I encourage you, have patience in the market. Wait for Bitcoin. It's worth it. Because like we showed you earlier, that 11-day rally, about 40%. That 55-day rally, 160%. You know, at 160% return, you would have to wait 15 years. I have it up over here. To go from $100,000 in the stock market to $260,000, 160% return, you would have to wait 14 years on the S&P 500. Or you could do it in 2 months in Bitcoin. Like, I mean, you're probably not going to buy the exact bottom and sell the exact top, but, you know, you get my point. A lot of us are very impatient because we expect Bitcoin to do as well as it did before back in 2016 and 17, but we're not in 2016 or 17, so have some freaking patience. You will thank yourself, believe me, because there are plenty of returns to be made in Bitcoin. Ethereum's rallied like 300% in the last 6 months, if not even less time than that. Have patience. Understand, as Thomas Lee says a lot, if you take out the 10 highest grossing green days out of any year, Bitcoin has been trending to the downside for the last several years. It's the big green days that come out of nowhere that you need to be ready for, which is why I do encourage you guys to trade, but also to invest. Anyway, I'm on a side tangent, but I think you guys, hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I intended for us to be into our new office, but we're not just yet. We are finishing the studio today. I am hoping. We're going to work overtime on the weekends, maybe, if we have to. We're just waiting on an EOS R, a 28 to 70 millimeter f2 lens, and a 7200 f2.8 lens to come in so that we can finish building the setup because we're going to have two camera angles. We're going to finish doing everything that we can in the office and the set like this weekend. Hopefully, we will have the first video out by Monday. Anyway, guys, before we go, I want to remind you guys of what makes all of this possible, and it's CT2A. Guys, we have had thousands of students go through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy using it to learn what they need to know to trade and profit in these markets. Guys, trading and profiting in these markets is what just completely changed my life. Starting back on July 31st, 2017, it was about 8 o'clock in the afternoon. I saw a video by none other than Crypto Nick and got engrossed in cryptocurrency, and I've been working in this market every single day ever since. And it has completely changed my life, and it can change yours too. But let me tell you something that a lot of other people won't. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take long nights. It's going to take some time. If you're up for the challenge, especially if that challenge, like me, fires you up and you're excited and you said, throw it at me, let me see what I can take. If that's you, I want you to invest in your education because you need to. You are never going to be successful in cryptocurrency if you don't invest in your education somehow. The way that I invested in my education was by watching 2,000 or 3,000 hours. 2,000 or 3,000 hours. Remember, there's only 8,640 hours in an entire year. That's like 3 to 4 months of continuous watching videos on YouTube, as well as, making videos. There's 1,000 videos on this channel, and trading in the markets and working in the markets and investing in the markets every single day for 3 years. That's how I did it. I invested in my education with time. I'm giving you an opportunity to cut out 90% of that time investment and switch it over to a small one-time payment to join CT2A, because there is all the information that I have learned put in that course. No matter which way you slice it, you have to invest in your education. Which is more valuable to you? Thousands of hours of your time, or after the $40 discount September 2020 that you can use at checkout, $309 to go through 12 hours of content. A lot of people ask, Jeb, what makes your course different? One, our course is 4 times longer and has 4 times more content than most of the other ones. And 2, most of the other ones are charging $3,000. No, that's dumb. If you guys want to learn technical analysis, there's one good place to do it, and the sale ends today, so I'd encourage you to check us out at the link in the description down below. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to humbly and seriously and honestly and holy cow, thank you guys for the last 3 years. 56K subs and counting. We're going to 75K by the end of the year. 100K by Valentine's Day. It's a stretch goal, but it's going to be hard, but I think we can do it. Anyway, like I said, guys, before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.